Good day, everyone, especially to our dear panelists and our research advisor. I am Reynard Andre Castro. Together with my group mates, we are here to present our research with the title Cognitive Perception of the Certified Public Accountants on the Proposed Amendments to Accountancy Act of 2004. To introduce our research, let's have Beatriz Romero.
To begin with the background of the study, the Professional Board of Accounting has started its public hearing about the amendment of Republic Act 9298, also known as the Accountancy Act of 2004. Among the 17 proposed revisions, one of the most controversial is the at least 2 years relevant and diverse work experience as a prerequisite before taking SIPALE, which is the focus of this study. As per to the chair of the board, this certain amendment aims to meet the global standards of licensed accountants, sharpened in both theory and practice, to provide employment opportunity as well as to improve the percentage of CPALE board passers and to enhance the Philippine CPA brand. However, it also garnered the greatest number of negative remarks. The intention of BOA is upright and wise. As with all the laws, Congress should necessarily obtain the voice of those who will be affected. Hence, this study is conducted to further assess the CPAs from all of its field in order to gather concerns and opinions so that the lawmakers were able to meet the expectations and demand of those who are engaged with the CPAs and stakeholders of the accounting profession. The next presenter will be Ms. Ronovic Ramos.
This contains a review of related literature and studies to support the researcher's chosen topic. According to Tan Torres, the accounting profession explained that the additional 2 years work experience before the candidate could take the licensure exam is the hardest over this position. The objections came in all shapes and sizes, and some argue that this extra requirement for CPA test examinees is premature, given that the outbreak has already caused a CPA license test to be postponed by more than a year. With this regulation in place, the students will face new difficulties like including increased expenditures, a loss of momentum from jumping straight from college to taking the board test, and the pressure of collecting diverse experience while still lacking a CPA license. Also, according to different studies cited in this section, the proposed amendments to Accountancy Act of 2004 are somehow related to accounting graduates who are unprepared and those who are unable to perform an excellent level in the marketplace. It also concludes that there may be an underlying issue with the quality of education that influences the government to propose revisions. As the expectations for future accountants grew, the needs for revisions is being contemplated by the people who will be affected by the revisions. There are 17 suggested modifications, but the most controversial revision is the additional 2 years of working experience to support the said candidate not only by knowledge gained from educational institutions, as well as with skills gained from professional experience. It is said that the redefining the practice of accountancy in accordance with the current needs will somehow strengthen the practice of the profession through accreditation and compliance with continuing professional development requirements, and the professional certification fills up the gaps left by the conventional education system, which are critical to the practice of accounting. It is believed to increase the skill and competency of students as it concentrates on a particular subject that is vital for the practice of accounting. Therefore, the government believes this is the time to update the legislation. Next is Mr. Jandel Agkawili.
Good day, everyone. For the theoretical framework of this study is anchored by the theory of top-down theory of perception. So top-down processing is an important perceptual theory in cognitive psychology. The theory establishes the paradigm that sensory information processing in human cognition, such as perception, recognition, memory, and comprehension, are organized and shaped by our previous experience, expectation, as well as meaningful context. Top-down processing happens when we work from the general to the specific. In top-down processing, your abstract impressions can influence the sensory data that you gather. In constructive perception, the perceiver builds a cognitive understanding of a stimulus. he or she uses sensory information as the foundation for the structure, but also uses other sources of information to build the perception. In the context of this assessment, with regards to the constructive perception under the top-down theory perception, this study aims to determine the cognitive perception of certified public accountants regarding the proposed amendments to Accountancy Act of 2004, which states that an applicant shall have at least 2 years of meaningful work experience in any field of practice in accountancy prior to the licensure examination in accordance with the regulations prescribed by the board. And for the conceptual framework of this study, the conceptual framework is anchored by top-down processing. As shown in Figure 1, the research aims to determine the cognitive perception of certified public accountants that work in 4 different fields of accounting, which are public, private, government, and academe on the proposed amendments to the Accountancy Act of 2004. This research focuses on 4 factors that may form part of the perception of CPAs on the proposed amendment, specifically the 2 years of work experience and before taking CPALE. These 4 factors will determine the perception of certified public accountants in terms of the advantages and disadvantages of the proposed amendments in stock knowledge of examinees, competitiveness of Filipino CPAs to global standards, employment opportunities, and CPALI type of questionnaire. These areas have been chosen mainly because they will help the researchers to determine the perspective of the certified public accountants regarding the proposed amendment of Public Act 9298.
Let's now proceed to our statement of the problem. We have 3 research questions that we would like to answer after conducting our research study. The first is the profile of the certified public accountant if they are working in public accounting, private accounting, government accounting, or academic field of accounting. The second is to identify their cognitive perception on the proposed amendment in relation to stock knowledge of the examinees, competitiveness of the Filipino CPAs versus global standards, employment opportunities, and CPALE type of questions. The third one is about knowing if the CPA professionals respondents are agree or disagree to push through this proposed amendment. Next, presenter will be Ryan Isa Mendoza.
This study is only limited to the amendment that a BSA graduate shall have at least 2 years of work experience in any field of accountancy prior to taking the licensure examination. The respondents will be the accountants working in the National Capital Region and will be interviewed individually through Google Meet. This study is significant to the BSA students, professors, current accountants, Board of Accountancy, the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants, and to the future researchers.
As for the definition of terms, proposed amendments, an applicant shall have at least 2 years of meaningful work experience in any field of practice in accountancy. Cognitive perception refers to the ability to make conclusions reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning based on others' thoughts and beliefs. Certified Public Accountant, the title awarded to accountancy graduates. Certified Public Accountant Licensure Examination. This is the licensure examination required to be taken by aspiring CPAs in the Philippines. Public accounting, accountants in public practice operate in accounting firms or independently for their clients. Private accounting, an accountant in private accounting, also known as practice in commerce and industry, works for only one client. Government accounting, accountants that are working for the government. Accounting education, accountants work in teaching, research, and training development make up this group. And lastly, stock knowledge, information that one has already learned and internalized. It is pre-existing knowledge, and that concludes the chapter 1.
Moving forward to the chapter 2, which is the methodology part. Here is our here are the research designs of this research study. The present research study conducted by dear researchers is a qualitative study that attempts to collect and analyze the concepts and opinions of the respondents. Furthermore, due to the nature of the study, the researchers decide to employ phenomenological design, which focuses on obtaining descriptions of the respondents' lived experience.
After the research design, moving on to the population and sampling. Our population for this study are the certified public accountant professionals from 4 fields of accounting: public, private, government, and academic field of accounting. For each field, we will interview 3 respondents for the total of 12 CPA professionals. We used purposive non-probability sampling as our sampling technique because we have pre-selected criteria in choosing a sample, which must be a CPA and working among the 4 accounting fields with at least 5 years of experience. For our source of data, we have the researcher made semi-structured interview guide questions to obtain the complete information of what is needed in this research. For our data gathering procedure, we will first notify the participants to conduct a proper interview. This will be done individually, and then before the scheduled interview, the researchers will send a brief explanation regarding the focus topic in order for the participant to prepare and familiarize themselves with the proposed amendment. Next procedure is the interview proper. The interview will follow an interview guide questions we have made, and the interview will last approximately 15 to 30 minutes, taking into account all important variables. And the answers we will acquire will be saved through a voice or video recording throughout the interview. For the last part of the chapter 2, we have data analysis. We will analyze the qualitative data that we will acquire using the phenomenological analysis approach. According to COPA, a publication tool for University of Jyväskylä, it is based on discussions and reflections of direct sense perception and experiences of the research phenomenon. We will use this type of analysis because it is fit to our study and also because we will produce interpretations from the perceptions and experiences of the CPA professionals regarding the proposed amendment, just like what the phenomenological analysis described. This is the sample of our interview guide questions. This is where our qualitative data will come from. That concludes our presentation of our research. Our dear panelists, we are now ready for your questions. Thank you everyone for listening.